Not sure how to decorate for the upcoming holiday seasons? With InstaBright, it makes it very easy. We can even choose to change the colors on random. Here we have our InstaBright, our color changing LED lights that I purchased from my local As Seen on TV retailer for about $20. And as you can see, it comes with a remote. Although the purchase price of our InstaBright was just about $20, it's going to cost a whole lot more because each light requires 3 AAA batteries that are not included. That's a lot of batteries. Let's cut this thing open. So here are our 4 lights, our remote, and our directions, and it looks as though you're just supposed to take this around upside down, twist the back, open it up. There is a 3M sticky tab if you want to mount this, but then here's a spot for our 3 batteries. I have my battery daddy right here, so let's take out our 12 AAA batteries and install them. Speaking of the battery daddy, this is a product I reviewed about 6 months ago, and after filling up these 4 InstaBrights, I have only 1 AAA battery left. Clearly, that is the favored battery in the Jeff Reviews household, but I still love this battery daddy. I will say you do not need to have the remote control to work them unless you want to use all 13 colors, and I'll show you why. So these have a total of 6 colors if I just push them, and it just cycles through, and the last 2 are actually just white and then dimmer. If you want to get into the 13 color setting, well, then you're going to need to use the remote control. So for the remote, we remove the plastic piece separating the battery, and let's just see if we can turn these off or turn the color. Well, nothing's really happening. I got to get a screwdriver to see if I can take that battery out. Before we go much further, if you're new here, my name is Jeff, and this is Jeff Reviews for You. I review a whole lot of products. I specialize in reviewing As Seen on TV items. Every once in a while, I do a little bit of a DIY just because I like to. If that aligns with something that you're looking for on the internet, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click the bell below. That way you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. One more thing, don't forget to check down the description for my social media, Instagram and Twitter. I would love it if you would follow me there too. Now, let's get right back to reviewing the InstaBright lights. Well, this is disappointing. Right out of the box, this remote doesn't even work. I do have this remote for my Color Guardian light. I'm going to check to see if that will work these. Oh, that's cool. This one actually does work those. All right. So the Color Guardian remote takes the same size battery as this remote, so I'm just going to swap them to see if it was just a bad battery. Well, I put the Color Guardian remote battery in this remote and it still doesn't work, so that just tells me the remote I got with my InstaBright is a dud. So I think I've rigged this with a bunch of different remotes that I have. So I can turn it on with the remote from the Color Guardian. I can even change some colors and go back to white or dim or bright. And I can use this other remote to turn it off. I know, it's silly. I will reach out to see what I can do about this remote, but I doubt I'll hear back from this company. Now we're going to turn the lights on and leave them lit just to see how long they stay lit before we'd have to replace our batteries. So this is the most disappointing part, right? And I'm sorry for the flashing lights. It's just the way the camera picks up the LED. But it's been 72 hours and these things are almost completely out. So my thought, you have to keep replacing these batteries every 72 hours. That's only 3 days worth of light at a time. With all of the products that I review, from time to time, I come across a dud. And this one, at least the remote, so far has been a dud. But I would love to get your thoughts of these InstaBright lights. Hypothetically, if the remote worked, what are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. Now, I'm going to go try to remedy my remote control situation. Since the remote in my first InstaBright didn't work, I ended up getting a new one. So let's unbox this and test out the new remote. For the moment of truth, we're going to test out this brand new remote control. On this side, I have a light with brand new batteries, and these batteries were on for a consecutive 72 hours. I just wanted to show you the difference there. So let's turn it on. We can definitely see this side's a lot brighter, but let's cycle through the different colors. It is cool that we can see all these different colors, but you definitely see over time that, well, that one's not supposed to be red. Definitely see over time that this one is much dimmer. And this is also supposed to be purple, but it looks red. Let's see what the other red looks like. I will say there is one setting that you can't do just regular, and that's the multicolor. So when you click that, we gotta turn it on first. Multicolor, you click it and just cycles through all the different colors. I do think that's interesting that this one is definitely, the batteries are worn out and the colors are not showing the same. Very strange. Although it's daytime and walking up this stairwell, it's not that dark. There are some dark spots, so having a little extra light never hurt anything. Plus, I can change the colors. I like the idea of being able to mount these lights, but I'm not really a fan of the 3M stickers. I would have preferred having like a screw hole through the back of the mount. Therefore, when I go and take the light off to replace the battery, I'm not twisting the 3M mount. I found that I have twisted a few after I've had mine hung up on the wall, and it sort of releases the sticker just a little bit and makes it a little weaker. Just a thought for possible future generations of this product. In this video, we were looking at the InstaBright 13 different color changing lights. So what did I think about? Well, first things first, $19.99 was the price point minus batteries. So my thoughts, if you're going to get something like this, absolutely invest in a 12-pack of rechargeable batteries because you do go through batteries pretty fast. I really like the option on the remote control that I can program between 4 hours or 8 hours. Therefore, it's not on all the time. It's just on maybe when I would need it most. As I showed earlier in the video, my first remote control was a dud. I do think it's cool that other remote controls can work it, even though they didn't do all the functions. But when I got the new remote control using all different 13 colors was really, really cool. Plus, the on and off feature, much more convenient than tapping the top of the light. In my opinion, the biggest hiccup for these lights, they're not rechargeable and you have to keep replacing those batteries. And so you know what, for that fact alone, I would say, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily recommend these unless you absolutely need something like this and you don't mind replacing the batteries so often. Anyway, that was my review of the InstaBright. If this is something that interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by and I hope you have a great day. Looking ahead to future holidays, we can light up the tree without having any power. Plus, if we use our multicolor feature, we get twinkle lights. How cool is that? I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of InstaBright. You know what? During this review, I actually had to grab the remote control for my Color Guardian. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link that review right up here. And I would love it if you would click on this link. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm going to join you at that review. So go ahead, click it. It's safe. I promise.